Hello, Aluxers, welcome back. Let's go back to December 31st, 2019. As we counted down from 10, we kissed and hugged and gave all of our well wishes for a prosperous 2020. Little did we know that that would be the last time we would kiss and hug some of our nearest and dearest. Fast forward a few months and the world is in lockdown. We're in quarantine and people are reevaluating their lives and looking at ways to start afresh. There will probably be a new phrase, what happens in lockdown stays in lockdown. And when it's all over, we'll see new ways of living more frugally, people cultivating their own food, supporting local business and SMEs, and a deeper appreciation for life and loved ones. We'll share some solid advice that will assist you on this transformation, and how a positive mindset could take you further than a positive bank balance. Welcome to Alux.com. The place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Number 1. Appreciate and be thankful for what you already have. We humans have a terrible habit of focusing our attention on what we don't have as opposed to what we do have. The first and most important step in restarting your life is looking at what you have and being grateful for it. Comparing yourself and your belongings to another is an extreme waste of your energy. Gratitude is an amazing attribute to have, and the moment you show appreciation and thankfulness for what you already have, you'll find yourself wanting for a lot less moving forward. We realize it's easier said than done, but start small by keeping a gratitude journal and reaching out to those that have positively influenced you, and you'll find the goal of restarting will be well within your reach. Number 2. Start with what you can change right away. It's incredible that you're keen to restart your life and you can do it as many times as you need because you are in competition with no one but yourself. If you would like to see some immediate results, try starting with things you can control and change right away. Your diet is key to a healthier, happier you. If you're feeling low, as one example, there are foods that you can eat to boost your emotions. Dark leafy green vegetables, walnuts, avocados, berries, bananas, and beans are all great foods to help fight depression. Try and increase or decrease your sleep. Get some styling tips and shake up your wardrobe a little bit to focus on self-care. For other immediate results, declutter. Then give clutter to a charity organization because giving and helping others more often than not does more good for the giver than the receiver. Break the habit of impulsive buying, and if you have a need to do it, impulse buy a bag of dog food and go drop it off at a shelter. Not only are you spreading love and kindness, but you never know who you might meet there, a person who may open a door for you when you least expect it. Number 3. It's time to be honest with yourself and where you went wrong. Admitting our failures to ourselves is often the hardest part of our journey. We're so quick to point fingers and try to blame others for our misfortunes, but there comes a time when we have to accept responsibility for ourselves. Write down where you went wrong and why. What stopped you from moving forward in the past? Understand why you have this desire to move forward and restart. Is it circumstantial or psychological? What is standing in your way now, and how can you overcome those obstacles? Write this down, and once your demons are in black and white, you'll find it so much easier to tackle them, instead of listening to the many voices going back and forth, trying to reason with you inside of your head. Number 4. You become your rhetoric. If you keep telling yourself you can't do something, well, surprise, surprise, you won't be able to do it. It's time to start changing the way you speak to yourself in your own mind. It's not easy, but the moment you hear yourself saying something awful or discouraging, stop immediately and replace that thought with something positive. Remember, it takes time to break and make a habit, so give yourself that grace to do it in. If your finances are not quite where you envision them being at this stage in your life, it's still possible to start a new life with little to no money, and we'll share with you the tools shortly. Number 5. Get rid of toxic people. Often, we live or mingle with toxic people without even realizing it, but these are the kinds of people that you don't need when restarting your life. You need a tribe that will back you up, support you, and encourage you. Don't waste your time trying to be friendly with those that always see the negativity in every situation. The same with those that constantly criticize you and bring you down or constantly badmouth others. Constructive criticism is great, but you will know when it comes from a place of love and respect and when it doesn't. Avoid the people that play the victim role beautifully, who are jealous, who waste your time, and who keep disappointing you. And when you've identified those people, it's often best to make a clean break and move on. Invest your time in those that bring you joy and lift you up, as opposed to those that bring you down and are happy when you fail. Number 6. Be brave enough to take the first step. We don't try to overuse cliches, but this one speaks volumes. Amazing things stand on the other side of fear. And more often than not, the only thing holding a person back from restarting is fear. We fear the change. We fear what others will say. We fear failing. We fear the unknown. But if you're in a position that you need to restart and you decide not to go for it, then you're living that fear of failing already. So just take the first step. Only you know what that is, because it will differ from person to person. But if you want to become a full-time blogger, sign up for an online course to teach you how to blog. If you want to teach English in Indonesia, start doing a TEFL course. If you want to change careers, start doing what you love as a side project and then grow from there. Number 7. Seek advice from those who have walked the journey before you. It's easy to see someone living their best life and think they were handed it on a silver platter. We don't always see their journey from scratch. We don't know about the 500 fails they had before making it big, and the truth is, those fails don't even feature anymore because all we see is the success. Put the fear of making a mistake aside and go forward with whatever you're needing to do. Get a mentor to help you along the way, someone you can trust who won't always tell you what you want to hear, but will be honest with you and tell you what you need to hear. Your mentor doesn't need to be someone you know either. It could be a well-known person whose value, goals, and heart matches your own. Number 8. Be clear about what you want. Only you know what you want. Write it down on paper. Then make sure your foundation matches your end goal. Are you trying to go completely green in your life? Does your current living situation match that goal? No? Okay, what do you need to do to get on the right path? 1. I'll grow my own vegetables. Great. Go to the shop and buy seasonal, local seedlings to plant. 2. I'll use homemade laundry detergent. Super. Head online, find a recipe for a natural homemade detergent. 3. I'll use less water. Good idea. Place a bottle of water on your toilet tank and use less water each time you flush. Stop making excuses and just do it. Be prepared for backlash or resistance from some people, but stick to your goals because they're worth it. Number 9. Be patient with yourself. Whatever your reason for wanting to restart your life, be patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight, and if you're serious about affecting the changes you want, you need to be patient with yourself and those around you. The harder you work at this goal, the greater your chances of success. You can't just sit back and expect things to work out the way you want them to. You need to devote yourself to the task at hand, and you need to give it your all. There is absolutely no point in going for it with a half-hearted attempt, because then you're just wasting your time. If you want this legitimate second chance to take off, only you can do it. You must have self-discipline and self-control. Start small and work your way toward bigger goals. When you start feeling the satisfaction of attaining the smaller goals, you'll manage to work your way up to the bigger ones. If your restart in life is diet-related and you've managed a day without eating unhealthily, you'll be motivated to do 2 days in a row. Then 1 week turns into 2 weeks, and 1 month turns into 2 months, and we go on and on. And Aluxers, once you've managed to achieve your restart in life, which we know you can, remember to give back. If someone's about to restart their life too, act as their mentor or inspiration, and they will in turn give back as well, and so the cycle continues. Number 10. Just because you're broke doesn't mean you can't restart your life. An excuse too often heard is, "I'm too broke to restart my life." You don't need money for a fresh beginning. You need to look at your current financial situation with an honest friend if possible, to see where you're going wrong with your finances if your restart is money-related. An outsider can often pick up on the non-essentials before you do and can help you save money each month. You'll need to be honest about why you don't have money. Are you spending money on splurges, junk food, or online shopping? Where can you cut back? Can you work a bit harder in your current employment and try to get an increase in a few months? Can you update your skills to put yourself in a higher earning bracket? Here's another perfect opportunity to use a mentor to erase your unhealthy attitude toward money and use this time to focus on where you can save and gain some financial traction in your life, while remaining focused on all the important things that money can't buy. And Aluxers, we're finding ourselves at the end of our list. Now, before you go, have you restarted your life from scratch before? What was the experience like, and what support systems did you have in place? Was it worth all the sacrifices you made? Share your experiences with our community in the comments. It'll be so valuable. And of course, for sticking with us until the end, here's your bonus. We, of course, value your time in watching until the end, and in our appreciation, here are some people who lost everything and kept going and made it. They include famous author Mark Twain, Martha Stewart, and the late Steve Jobs. But James Altucher wrapped up the situation beautifully. He founded a web design company in 1996, which he sold for $10 million just 2 years later. After a series of bad investments, he lost everything. After nearly committing suicide, he came to this realization: he couldn't judge his self-worth by his net worth. He has since made his money back as a hedge fund manager and is a popular podcaster and blogger. Remember, Aluxers, it's never too late to start again. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question on our website, Alux.com. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.